Hey everyone, FlyingDutchy here, welcome back to the tutorial for complete beginners in Hearts of Iron 4 with all the DLCs and the new focus tree for Germany. Let's just keep playing. And yeah, a couple of things will happen in this episode for sure. Well, we have the Amelia Earhart disappears, lost for aviation. You can read it if you want, these are historical things. Let's take a look at our construction, how are we doing? We have 57 consumer goods factories, and we are using 24 on... I mean, we have 57 civilian factories, and 24 are used on consumer goods. Mostly from the Naval bills again. And 2 for trade. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put more points into these price control measures, so that we can lower the Naval bills. We do make a good amount of political power thanks to the Führer principle stuff and the inner circle. Now we're still fighting this war against Aragon and Democratic Spain, also known as Socialist Spain. And we're trying to get to Barcelona here, because that would give these troops no supplies. Now we have more researches, we have done the production, so these give production efficiency, this gives more output out of the factories, this makes construction go quicker. I will also do the rubber processing, because we need the rubber from the synthetic refineries. Maybe we can then stop the rubber trade at some point, that would be nice. So I think it's also time to spend some of our army experience on the officer corps stuff. So, when you level up your generals, they have a chance of getting more stats. So let's take a look at these stats here. So this general, who is now helping in Spain, when you hover over the skill, he's now level 3 and he is 51% away to level 4. And every time they level up, they have a chance of increasing these skills over here. So skill 4 gives 10% extra attack. So skill 5 would be 12.5% attack. Defense, the same thing, 2.5% per skill level. Then the planning speed and maximum planning bonuses, also very helpful, because more planning means more attack stats. And supply. You want these numbers as high as possible. Now, you can also spend your army experience on these 3 buttons over here at your officer corps. Now you can see how much we gain daily because of our leaders, or how is it called again, these 3, the military staff positions. And so yeah, you can spend your army experience on changing your templates that we did to make the attacking army with artillery. You can spend it on your land doctrine, to give bonuses to your army, more organization, so also more morale, even more organization. Tanks get more breakthrough in organization, even more organization, even more, etc, etc. So really, really good to spend your points on this. Now it's 100 right now, that is too much. We can get discounts, so don't spend it immediately. We're gonna spend it now on these 3 things. So let's take a look. We have the Spirit of the Academy. We have 6 things where we can spend 20 points on for a bonus. Let's take a look. We have a 50% chance of an extra attack on level up. We have a 50% chance of getting a +1 defense. We have a 50% chance for planning and logistics. And this gives party popularity stability modifier, and the leader is cheaper. We can do this one, it gets experience for different trades quicker. And new officers get a better trades, we don't need new officers. And embrace the future. New officers gain the Panzer officer trait, we also don't need that one. I like to go with bold attack, so when my generals train and go to the next skill level, they have an extra chance of getting attack bonus. It gives them more points. Now we have also the Spirit of the Army, that is D7. Experience gain. Better entrenchment and railway gun bombardment. We don't make railway gun guns right now. More planning speed. more experience gain. Cavalry is free to make, and less supplies out of penalties for supplies. We can make heavy tank units for free. We can make motorized infantry units for free. That can be pretty good. We have offensive war penalty stability modifier. So if we have an offensive war, we can lose stability. Thanks to the war support, I think. Offensive war penalty stability, that is this one. Oh yeah, anti-conscription law, so we can do that cheaper. Or we do this one. We can grant medals cheaper. No, I also don't like that one. I would pick... No. No. Let's do this one. So we can make free motorized and mechanized and tank unit designs. Because we are going to make those a lot. So we will save a lot of army experience in the future with this one. And there we go. We have 50 points left. We can do one of these 6 here. We have static warfare. We get more entrenchment. Good for defensive troops. We have flexible organization. They can get quicker. And they lose less organization when they are moving. Reserve officers. Training time goes down. So, it will be better and easier to train troops. We can get more reconnaissance. And we gain more intelligence from combat. Can be really good as well. Victory of death. Organization loss when below 25%. Okay. So we can fight a bit longer. And we have maneuver warfare. I like this one because we are going to use tanks. They will become quicker and they have better coordination. And there's a new tactic, I trust, that will be used. And I guess that will be good with tanks. So we have this one is good, reconnaissance and the maneuver warfare. Let's go with the maneuver warfare. There we go. But now we have spent our points on these 3 things. We can do the same with the Navy and the Air Force. And give them the bonuses as well. Okay. We have lost the effects from the import tariffs. That was one of these things. Let's do more for our Mevo bills. Our Mevo bills are still way too high. Cannot see it over here. No. But we need to lower it anyway. So we have 4 things we can click on. The Arbeit und Brot. So work and bread. Sure. That's only 5%. Are they all 5%? This one is 15%. So let's take a look at this one. This is the Gumbus Trade Treaty with Hungary. We can lower our Mevo bills with 15%, but this will lock us out of any potential alliance with Hungary. Because we are going to steal their money. Huh. Let's do that. Boom. Hungary hates us now. Historically, Hungary went with Germany, I think. And Romania eventually, and Bulgaria as well. But now it won't happen. And now the Mevo bills are at 22% again. Which means we can now build a little bit quicker. And as you also can see, we can now increase the amount of factories over here. Let's do it. Because we have more research for more building slots in these states. And just make sure that we are keep building where we have the dams. Very important that we are gonna build over there. Yeah, they're all in the queue. Perfect. Because that is the stage where we build the quickest. Okay, they have taken this thing here, and it looks like there is no troops over here. So if I quickly go here, then we can stack wipe these. So let's send my tank over here. And these ones as well. And these ones are gonna attack. Because when one unit attacks, they're getting pinned down. They cannot move away. And because these two are now over here, they have nowhere to go. And there we go, there's the Japanese war. Japan is declaring the war on Shaanxi. So, we could even help fascist Japan. Japan, Italy and Germany went try to help each other in this time period. They are all fascist countries, and there we go. The Japanese are now at war with the Chinese, and the other Chinese countries will now also join the Chinese United Front. Because they know what's happening. And then Japan declares war on China. And then the war over here. And this will last for a very long time. We could send volunteers there, but I think I am done volunteering after this. There we go. Another Chinese country joins the United Front. We can quickly take a look again. So now all of these are Chinese. The Guangxi clique will join most likely. Eventually. We have researched the smoke generator so we can flee quicker when a battle goes wrong with our navy. It is 1937. So we also have the fuel refinery. This is a really long research. But it also gives us more oil, more fuel per oil. 20%. That is huge, actually. But it's a really long technology. It's taking 283 days. I think I will do it anyway. I think it's important that we take those technologies as Germany. Okay. How's this going over here? Can we stack wipe these ones? There's the Marco Polo Bridge incident. That is between Japanese and China. That started the war over there. There we go. It is turning better. We have air support and we are attacking from different directions and they cannot penetrate our armor. So they get a 50% penalty. So we should be able to win this. Someone is taking over power in Paraguay. The world tension is already at 18%. Japan declaring war on China is giving 7.1% world tension. And these are the current wars. Spanish Civil War. The Imperial Spanish Civil War between Aragon and Spain. The Japanese and the Italian War against Ethiopia. That is why we cannot send those troops back, because they are still at war for some reason. So we are winning now quickly, as you can see. You can see those bars going down. They are losing equipment, they are losing morale. And they have nowhere to go, so we are going to stack wipe these two divisions. We have concentrated armament program, which gave us a couple of military factories. 4 of them. We could get another one. And we can make our production efficiency, cap and growth better in 35 days. Let's go for it. I think that's a good idea. So how are we doing on our production? We have 10 factories making guns, 5 on support equipment, 5 on artillery, 2 on anti-air that we need to assign. So that will be a couple of things we need to do, but we need army experience to make changes to our template. So we need to fight a bit longer. Also having those flame tanks not in use at the moment. Trucks we have plenty of, so the next factories indeed are gonna go to our planes. Need to make more fighters and more close air support. And we are still doing the ships. And soon we have enough ships to make our own ships. We are almost done finishing the queue. Let's go to our ships here. As you can see, we have 6 in the reserves. Another heavy ship, a capital ship. Make a new task force. I click on the new heavy ship. Right click here and then shift click to train this up. Then I have a couple of screen ships. These 2. Make a new task force. Right click over here and shift click to train them. And I have 3 more submarines. I will put it in my submarine fleet as a separate task force and shift click to train them up. And automatic split off, by the way, so that when one of them is damaged, one of them will go to the docks to repair and the other one will continue training. So, and yeah, we're going to lose more oil because we have more ships training. And there's the Guangxi clique joining the Chinese front. So China is now in a front here. These troops are now killing this last unit, which gives a lot of experience. We went from 65 to 69%. And I will cancel all the orders. I'm gonna make a new front line with all the troops over here. And I will try to take this. Now, there are a lot of troops in Barcelona. Maybe we should just try to take Barcelona. I will press Alt or right click the bubble and I will put all my troops over here. So they're gonna go all over there. I will wait for them to get their planning bonus up. I will help them with the staff office plan. I have plenty of command power anyway. And that means that they get their plan preparation bonus way quicker. There we go, it's full. And I say attack. And I will also right click here. You don't have to, but I will. And force attack over here on Barcelona. Now, we have very good stats as you can see. We have experience giving us extra. The terrain is not good. We are fighting in a city. And we don't have flame tanks yet on these tanks. We could put those on later as well. And we get all the other bonuses. Planning bonus 44%. They have a good defense, but we have air superiority, so that is helping us. Let's see if we can get Barcelona. We are fighting very hard. The more damage you do, the more experience you get. We can get another political advisor. Let's do more of the price control measures. Let's do that one. How much is the medieval bills now? It is at 19.5%. That is not that high. Let's lower it again. Let's do these two as well. Let's do the collect scrap metal. Actually, let's do the ersatz material. We have completed coal liquefaction. And we get another minus 5%. Now it is at 14.5%. And that means that we have 35 factories building. When I have 30 points, I will do another one. And in the meantime, our troops are getting over here. We are attacking Barcelona. It looks like we are going to win. Just need to make sure that these people are not going to reinforce Barcelona. If they are moving from here to here, we can put one of our tanks to attack this tile, so we can stop them. But at the moment that is not the case. And it looks like we are going to take Barcelona. They're also winning over there. There we go. If they move over here, I am cornered. So I will quickly send this truck back over here. But we are not getting stuck. And now we have taken Barcelona. And that means that their troops are having big supply issues now. And we are taking the airfield here as well now. There we go. Now we have no troops in Barcelona. I don't know why. And that was the end of the war against Aragon. So Barcelona was enough points to win that war. So the only enemy left is Spain, for nationalist Spain. So let's take a look what we can do here. Can we take Valencia? We will have to go through forests over here. That's not that great. Maybe we can take Madrid over here. Let's see if we can take Madrid. This is in the plains as well. Well, some of them. And tanks and will be good at the plains. So let's move our troops over there. Also our air volunteers. I'm gonna send them over. Oh yeah, we don't own Madrid, so I cannot send them there yet. There is no airfield closer by where I can make them of better use. No. But hey, now we are having... this is still part of this northwestern area for the Air Force. I'm gonna send them over there. That will help the attack stats in Madrid. Now, my troops are arriving. I wait for the organization to go up. Oh, and I need to do a new focus. Before I forget. I almost forget to do a focus. Now, we have done almost everything we want to do for military industry, sorry. We cannot do these ones yet. Can also not do anything over here. We cannot do the Anschluss. We need more troops in the field. So I think it is time to do something with our army, navy, or air force. This gives some chiefs of army, and it opens up more things that we need anyway. Let's go with the naval dockyards. Let's start producing more ships. So what I will do is go with the Plan Z side. We're gonna make carriers and battleships instead of making submarines, because this is more fun. And therefore we will strengthen the Kriegsmarine for now. Now, they are in place. I will do the staff office plan so that they will... they're gonna be quicker with getting the planning bonus up, the 47%. We have researched oil processing. That's very good, because then we get more fuel from our refineries. We are now making 811 fuel a day. And at the moment we are gaining fuel. So that's interesting. It is September 1937. I think it's time to get the carrier too. Because I will click on some focuses. That gives us good carriers, and before I click it I need to research this one. So we will do this one first. And on the other hand we also need the armor technologies, and I think that's more important. So when it's 1938 we can research the medium tank from 1938, and it's going to be so much better than the interwar medium tank. It's the first medium tank you can research, and medium tanks are the best in the game. They are still very cheap to build, and they are way better than light tanks. Heavy tanks are way too expensive for what they give. But there's only one armor tech I need to do. This is also in 1938. I want to get the armor protection. We can increase the armor of tanks, and we can increase the engine speed of tanks. So we need both of these together with this one before we make our tank template. Let's start with the armor. And now we have a lot of MIOs. Daimler-Benz is, as far as I know, the best for medium tank bonuses. So I will go with that one. And it also gives the highest research bonus of 10%. Yeah. So now it only takes 91 days to research it. There we go. We have some political power. Let's do the last price control measure we can do. And lower the MIFO bills with 5%. Done. We have no more price controls we can do to lower the MIFO bills. So the consumer goods factor of 12% will now go up with 2.5% each month. And there's nothing at this point that we can do about it, except for annexing other countries and take their gold reserves. And that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the Austrian gold when we do the Anschluss. Oh, and Madrid is a bit in problems, I think. So let's just right click and attack over here. Yes, we could have clicked this as well, but it doesn't matter. You can do this thing here, but you can also use the plan bonus by just right clicking somewhere. Taking Madrid is huge because that would give us more supplies, and it will lower their supplies. So let's try to take Madrid. There we go, Madrid is ours, and that means that we also have an air base there. So let's send my planes to Madrid. They have better coverage. And now we have also... Let's send this truck over here to help with cleaning up this unit, because it's now locked, so they cannot go any away. There we go. Yeah, let's just keep attacking, I think. I'm gonna make a new front line. I will select the delete order and I will left click my attacking order to remove it. Then I click the waistband again to go out of the menu. I select on all my troops and I make a new front line. And let's just go into the Spanish territory. I will turn it on immediately because they are having very low supply, so I think I can advance here very well. They are using last stand. Hey, we can deploy units. What we didn't do for our offensive templates is tell them to go into the field and join one of our existing armies if they have an order. You can only do that when they have an order, when they are defending or garrison. Now we have this 7 attack army, so what I will do is I will put them in Berlin and they can immediately join my attacking army. These ones. So next day they will join this army automatically. There we go. Now they're gonna make new ones. How are we doing on artillery? We still have enough artillery to maybe make some more. We still have our anti-air that we are not using. And we also have our medium flame tank. So maybe you remember that a while ago I put one factory on a very cheap medium flame tank for our infantry. The flame tanks give bonuses to an attacking to the attacking stats of the division that it's using. So we're gonna use it on our infantry offensive template. We're gonna go here and we're gonna make the medium flame tank company because we get attack bonuses on rivers, amphibious, forest, hills, mountains, urban 15%, jungle 15%, and marsh as well. The speed of this thing is 4, and that is exactly the same speed as the infantry. That is why I made it that way. And now we get all these bonuses here for all the biomes. Yes, it does give a little bit more of the other stats, but it's very minor, as you can see. Even get a slight touch of armor, which is not doing a lot. This is very helpful to make the attack stats of your attacking units better, and that's exactly what we want. Do we have enough of these tanks? We need 195 and we have 217 available. Done! All the 10 attacking units now have the flame tanks. Now I can also put these on my armored division. But the speed is 8.6%. If I put this on here, you see that the speed of my Panzer division goes to 4 kilometers per hour. We don't want that. We want to keep the speed for our Panzer divisions. That is very important. So at least 8, preferably 10, if you can manage with reliability issues. So that is already in. Let's go back to our trucky and our tanks over here. We have researched excavation and we have the first anti-tank research done. We are not going to make that one. And that gave us bonuses for our artillery manufacturer. We want soft attack and want to produce them quicker, so I will do this one. We're going to make artillery quicker. We have higher efficiency. There we go. And we have 2 slots now available. We are doing the tank stuff. In 1938 we need to do this one, and this one. We still need to make our artillery a little bit better. We make the soft attack of our artillery 10% more, gives 10% more strength. I like that the self-propelled artillery is getting more, but I'm not gonna make those, I think. Still too early. Still too early. Let's get the carrier research out of the way. So this is the second level of carriers. The higher the carrier level, I think the more armor they get, the quicker they become, which is not really needed. But there's also more hangar space. So let's do the carrier and use the 15% research boost of the carrier MIO. Die Deutsche Werke. Now we have another slot available. This is all 1938. Maintenance I never make. Military police later. Field hospitals can be very good because that makes field hospitals give manpower back. But it's wasting a slot that you want maybe to use for something else. Now the single company is also good for tanks. Because it gives initiative. The higher the initiative a unit has, the quicker it can reinforce into a battle, and the quicker it gets its planning done. It also multiplies any coordination modifiers. Remember, we have a coordination bonus. I selected it already, so let's get the signal company. That is this slot. I will quickly show it here. There will be something you can add for here. We can modify the government. No, I don't want to modify that one. No, we are winning here nicely. Let's make sure that we are not getting encircled. So very important. But maybe we can go through here and then we have this whole pocket encircled. Let's try to do this actually. Let's try to encircle all of this. So we can kill all those troops. That would be really cool to have. Now, what are you doing over there? Press Alt, right click. I want all the troops over here. And I will press it. I will select you and press H on the keyboard. It will stop attacking and then it will move over there. Okay, we have strengthened the Kriegsmarine. That means that we have more dockyards now building those ships. We cannot do the Anschluss yet. We can select a new candidate over here. So what we see here is that Bormann is now working on the Optimize the Rijks service. It unlocks Rijks labor service initiatives. Whatever that means. It sounds horrible. Is there anything else here that is going to be very useful? Because I don't really care about these 4 things, to be honest. Maybe the Propagandameister can be really good, but then we need to get Goebbels. It gives more fascism support, so that's good. So at the moment, we have only 42% fascist support, and that is not giving us the maximum stability. The more the popularity of your sitting faction, which is the Axis, the more stability we get, and the more stability means more factory output and more political power, and we use less consumer goods factories from our civilian factories. So that's all good news. We can do that one. And I think I will. Yeah, let's get Goebbels. Well, you know, some of these give bonuses that are good for the beginning. For example, this one is giving infrastructure 10%, civilian factory construction speed 10%, and railways. And Spear just gives 5% construction speed. Then we can go here, and this one gives 2 civilian factories for free. And this is factory output and dockyard output. Man, these things are so good. And you, 10%, and then 3 military factories. Man, there's so many good things over here. You just give construction speed to military factories as well. I think I will go with Toad. Yeah. There we go. well, I have to end the episode. In the next episode, we will try to encircle these troops so that they have nowhere to go, and then we can kill all of this. And that would damage them so well that the nationalists are gonna win the war afterwards, I think. We're getting close to skill level 4. Let's see if we get an extra attack stat, because we have selected the bolt attack over here. We're gonna select these things as well, so that we are done with all the bonuses, the officer corps bonuses. We will do that in the next episode. And yeah, for now guys, thanks for watching. If you want to become a YouTube member or join the Patreon, the links are in the description. The YouTube membership button should now be in the screen. It's just a hobby of mine doing these videos. Any help is appreciated. And for now, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and give your reaction under the video for the YouTube algorithm. And I see you in the next video. Bye bye.